It's Week 15 of the NFL, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We're just moments away from the action under the lights on Monday night.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the 1 interception. I think today, get him off to a good start, get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air one more time. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Pass over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now. The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the visitors are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
The visitors' offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. They motion the slot man left. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be taken down.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the visitors are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. And they'll be set up now, up past the 40 with that one.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Now a give up the middle. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 10-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Handoff here, up the middle. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. I'll give on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The extra point is good. And his guys are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. To the right side here, pass is caught.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. He'll stay on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll stick with him again. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. 3rd and 6. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're all set to kick this one away. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Here's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Into traffic, but taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On comes the punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. of the gun. Here's a run at the gut. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
3rd and 9. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down. As they try to run it here. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They get 21 on that one. That's enough for a first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And his guys are back within a score. It's now 17-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 2. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. So, we have hit halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll turn and hand this one off. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Up the middle they go. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
We're about ready now for the punt as he'll punt it away for the second time. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Here we go, set, go.
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have got a lot more difficult.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And his guys are able to cut it to 4, 17-13. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They send him right out of the slot. Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. They're all set to punt this one away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 5. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where they're zoned.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. This team's offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. On 4th down, out comes the punter. He'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. So now this team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still the ball's out. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happens to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on third and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set.
This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Slot receiver, headed right. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. 2nd and 11. Receiver in motion, going right. There's that man again, another catch. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through. And the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Going back in the... Now a loose football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
lock right. Ready.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They'll throw out of the gun. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Slot man in motion right. And he's in. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the visitors tack on one more to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is going to be caught by the rookie wideout. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Now a 3rd and 2. They send him right out of the slot. Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up. Quick throw, taken in. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll be taken down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. Powering forward. He's in. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now, for the point after. He gets it to go, and his guys are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll try the right side this time. Space hard to come by there. Tackle made right around the 40-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A run now on 2nd down. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. 1:54 to go. So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs.
Oh, he pumps up the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw it. And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's 4th down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on 4th down.
Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.